One.
What's good, YouTube family? It's your girl Raven.
And your boy Jalen.
Today we are watching episode 5 of the Sterniolo Cut the Camera podcast. Untold funny stories that have never been explained before.
Listen, welcome to our channel. We appreciate you guys. We love you. The support has been absolutely amazing, and we can't just thank you enough. There's just so much that we constantly repeat, but honestly, it has to be repeated just so you understand that we appreciate and love you guys from the bottom of our heart for tuning in and watching these hour-long videos that we do with the Sterniolos and the Sidemen and just whatever it is. You guys are amazing. So if you are new to the channel and you like a variety of content and you have other ideas that you could do for this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you can stay up to date, and leave a comment on any ideas you have for us or just any other videos you want us to check out. Maybe some creators we haven't even heard of before and you may introduce us to. So with that being said, let's get into this reaction.
Good morning, campers, and welcome back to the Cut the Camera podcast. It is Nick Sterniolo, and it is Matthew Sterniolo, and Chris. Still here. Do you almost forget who you were? Or
Yeah,
no?
just a little. Like, that was a little crazy. He's like,
Episode.
It was your time to shine, and you were like really.
I got
caught
really.
off guard.
I got
you got
stage fright.
nervous.
It's
Okay.
episode 5, man.
Okay,
Episode
stop. I hate
5,
when you do
and we
this,
just hit 5 million subscribers.
Oh, that's actually
Two
crazy.
5s at the same time.
Dude, we need to
Saw
check
that.
if
Their
like,
merch
FBI
looks
are
fire.
outside.
That
Oh,
looks
yeah.
crazy. The line from Central C and Dave, it's like 2-5 don't equal a 10
I have no
or some
idea.
Shit. That's not Central C and Dave. Who is it? It's the fucking Mabu kid.
All right.
No, it's not.
Yes,
So
it is.
Mabu.
In his little freestyle.
Regardless, no
And
matter
that's-
who it is,
Whatever. Don't care. Doesn't
I don't
matter.
care. Yeah. So we're gonna move on. Today's episode topic, we are going to be talking about funny stories that never have gotten explained. But before we even dive into that,
Anyway.
I did the dive hand motion
Yes.
for all you listening.
Yeah.
First thing I want to talk about is the actors and writers strike.
Go for it.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say or no?
You said you wanted to talk
Okay,
about
yeah,
it. and
yeah,
that's
I do, but
basically
like
what
Chris
you
was
said.
intrigued when he saw me, so I was like, oh, maybe
Well,
he
yeah.
wants to share
No,
like
you can
a
go.
thought. No, but for those of you who don't know, there's a writer strike, and now the actors all joined the strike like about a couple
Good.
days ago, which is great. But I also think that like the actors kind of like it's like a follow through, because obviously with the writer strike,
It's an alley-oop.
well, yeah, it's showing the importance of the writer strike.
Everyone. Okay, listen. you
because
ready?
like the actors cannot do their job without the writers.
The
So
writers
can't.
went on
Mhm.
strike, so then the actors went on strike because they can't do their job since the writers went on strike, and now we're going on strike because we can't have actors on our podcast.
Well, we're not going on strike because
I'm
we
just
essentially we can't really.
we just
But
support.
it does
we support
affect
the
us.
writers and the actors because we want to have writers and actors on our podcast. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it. Me, Matt, and Chris. Obviously, we don't like. We're in support of the writer's strike in a sense of like, just like they should be getting paid for the work that they're doing, and they're not. And it's
yeah, like
also,
if I'm
like,
a viewer, Nick, and I don't know what it is, like give me it. Like
well,
tell
if
me.
writers are going on strike, I'm pretty sure. Like, I also don't want to be your main source of information. So Google or something, like find a credible source that's not me. I'm starting with that because whatever
Yeah.
I say could be wrong. So I
Yeah.
don't want y'all spreading my false information.
Right.
But
okay.
from what I know, or what I think
Can you
I
stop
know,
shaking the table so much?
I just want to get napkins under his legs or something because I'm gonna keep doing this.
Just
and-
go ahead.
But regardless,
He needs
with
a
the writer's
fidget.
strike, essentially,
A
I'm pretty sure,
fidget?
like, writers used to be able to like get paid for their jobs and like live off of it because of like cable and stuff, and there was like ongoing TV shows for a super elongated amount of time. But now with cable being like so
Last year.
Behind.
cable's the last
Mhm.
year, we have like streaming services, so they can get hired as opposed to like a year-long project for like. Or like instead of like a lifelong project that they're like working on, or like in a really elongated.
These
amount of
writers are
time.
writing amazing
They could
shows
be writing,
and they're not getting paid.
Yeah, they could only be
Mm.
working for like legit like a couple weeks, and they're like, "Oh, we're done with you," and then they like aren't getting paid enough to live off of that.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
So
they're
basically,
basically
like-
unfair, obviously.
That's
The
crazy.
bulk of that budget is into production, the actors getting their cuts, director, and whatever place to keep the lights on while doing that stuff. So realistically, they're really working a regular 9 to 5
That's crazy.
job, like working at a retail store. Like that's their pay, whatever that starting pay is, that's what it is for them. While the managers and all these other like head spots are getting the bulk of it and not necessarily making it easy for everyone to kind of get what they need and be able to live. Essentially, that's what
I heard about the strike, but I didn't know the details about it. I just knew that there was a strike. So.
I knew about the strike as well. Most notably, the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, because he wasn't able to improvise at all a little bit on a Deadpool. And I remember telling her, like, I don't really want to watch Deadpool if he's not really putting his input in there, because that's what made Deadpool so good.
Exactly.
Like, that's exactly why we love and enjoy Deadpool.
They stopped Lilo and Stitch, too, because of that.
What?
They're making a live action.
Oh.
And they stopped.
I didn't even know about that. Well, damn.
So we're just expressing this because we just want to show that we're in support of the writers. And we want
not only
actors
that,
on
but
the
we
pod.
want actors and writers and people in the future to come on our podcast, but they are being on strike. They're not talking about anything that they're doing, which is good. And I think that writers need to get paid so we can get back in business, because it's putting us on everyone's work.
I agree.
People should be paid fairly for what they do. That's all I'd say. All right.
Bless you.
That was so quiet.
All right, straight on to the next topic. Chris, give it to us here.
Ah.
Jesus. What about Instagram threads, everybody?
Matt.
Dead.
I've never had Twitter.
I'm going to sneeze again. Hold on.
Dude, like, really get it together. Drink water. I never had
Thank you,
Twitter. I
Nick.
don't know why I said drink water.
Like, that's just gonna,
I never
yeah,
had
like,
Twitter,
that's
and
gonna cure
Threads
it.
is apparently
But I
very
will.
similar to Twitter, so for me it was like brand new all at once.
I thought Threads was
and
fun
I thought it was,
for...
and I thought it was really cool.
48 hours.
Okay. It was like, bro, like, I feel like, to be honest, like, personally, what I would change about Threads is I feel like they should have just incorporated it to the already existing Instagram. Like, if there was a tab where you could just put a little message, like they tried with the fucking bubble thing on the
notes.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you're really getting into it.
Well, I'm just saying, like I personally think if Instagram made the notes thing like a whole separate tab rather than just like above the DMs, then that's what Threads is.
Yeah,
you know what
I will say the
Okay,
only thing that I
yeah.
have to say
Should have
is
been on the
I'm
same app,
absolutely
basically.
devastated when they got rid of the Instagram shop feature, and we should bring that back and stop trying to
agree.
make a second app.
I
Matt,
agree.
hey yo, don't be rude.
Okay.
But you can just
Well,
express your
please
opinion.
add that and make your second apps, but add that
No,
back,
yeah, I
please.
do think the Instagram shop feature is pretty lethal.
I agree.
It was.
I love
I never
it so
used
much.
it.
I never
Now
used
it's
it, but
weird 'cause
it was
there's no,
interesting.
Like, shop feature, but there's still like buttons you can click, and then it like brings you like you. There's like technically a shop feature, but it's so like far away. Like you have to like
Threads
find
is cool.
it.
I just don't know.
What do you see like
I
the
don't-
future of Threads? Like,
See, here's my thing. My opinion is skewed on this because I feel like I don't have much to say like that. Like I,
think-
see
yeah.
people saying like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, I just got my mocha Adi fucking
Adi.
latte, whatever," and they're like posting all about it, and then it's like, "Oh my god, I just walked 1 kilometer," and it's like I don't like share
why are you
shit
using
like that.
kilos?
Kilos
That's
are like
drugs?
weight. Yeah, that's like drug. That's like weight.
Why are you using
Like,
That's so weird. Like,
No,
you
I'm
don't-
using. I'm
what
using.
am I
I'm
listening
actually. I'm
to,
using
Brett?
kilometers because that's the Pokemon Go egg
Okay,
thing.
that's what I thought.
Oh.
So, I was like, why is he not saying like miles or something? But regardless,
No,
I
but
do
I just
agree.
like I'm not the type of guy to be like posting my every move.
No,
so,
I
Right.
like this morning, for example, I said I really want to get a pulled pork sandwich today with 100 emoji.
You
and
did
it's like,
post that.
I just did that.
Okay.
And it's like, where else would I have
So
done that?
basically, what I was gonna say before you said that, which goes really perfectly in tune with what you just said, is I think Threads give way too many people who don't need to speak the opportunity to.
Wow.
Like
okay.
a lot of people are just
Interesting.
like, like
I was
Threads
gonna
became a
say,
thing. And they're like,
nice.
I need like people were like it wasn't like oh like a
No,
thought,
it's
like
not
you
like-
had.
Hold on, let me. I hear it, but I don't hear it. That doesn't mean I missed it. I hear it. I hear it.
It's like
But
a natural thing.
Yes.
Better?
They're
Lot better.
forcing
Yes.
like
Wait,
coming up with
like
something
Chris,
quirky
Chris,
and
you
fun,
thought
and
that.
it's like,
You thought that, right? You
Well,
thought.
no, because I woke
Well,
up today
shut up.
and I
Literally
saw
stop
this guy.
talking.
He
Chris
made a
had it-
ton of like barbecue pulled pork sandwiches and gave them out to like the homeless. I was like, wow.
Oh.
Because like, bro, you should have saw how many he made. Because like,
Okay, that's so nice.
and I was like, wow, I really
But
want one.
basically, what I was saying is, you essentially saw that. Your thought was, "Oh, I want a pulled pork sandwich," and you went to Threads and said that. Where I think like Threads became a thing, and there was hype around it, so people
Like,
were
somebody's
like
sitting
on
at their
Threads, like,
whiteboard.
going like this, like, "What do I
Somebody's
say?"
sitting
with
at
the
their
Yeah.
Yo,
That's-
yo,
Dude, that's funny.
this one right
You know,
here.
so-
Yo, 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 yo. Let's.
I feel like with Threads, it was hyped, right? It was hyped maybe like the first day or two. And then after that, it just stopped.
Bro, this one thought.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna use it. I was like, okay, new platform, I'm gonna use it.
Bro.
And The last time I did anything on Thread
I deleted Threads off my phone.
is a week ago.
The reason why I deleted Threads off my phone and I stopped like talking about it in our intro because I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm posting Threads, but I never posted tweets.
True.
So when you don't know necessarily how Twitter works and how that, thing runs, trying to just start on Threads and thinking that it's just gonna shoot you up in the stratosphere of like people giving a damn is like out of this damn world. Like obviously it's a lot easier to get discovered from a TikTok, a lot easier to get discovered on YouTube, and it's way easier to get discovered on, I can't even really say Twitch. I think that's,
Twitch
I mean,
is
you
a little
can,
bit harder, but possible.
it just depends. Because if you see the format, like, quick breakdown. If you go to GTA, the GTA category, there's over 50,000 people streaming that. So once you click on that, it's only going to show you the top people that have the top viewers.
Yeah.
It doesn't show you the bottom one that only has like 2 people. That's why it's not easy to get discovered.
You get lost in the sauce.
Yes, you get lost because you're fighting against 50,000 people to get seen. But yes.
Thread, it was good.
It was
I
cool.
still have it, but I don't use it anymore.
I got rid of it. I'm like, I'm not using this anymore. Like, for what? For no one to really see it?
I know y'all haven't said nothing.
It's not y'all fault.
No, it's not your fault. I do have a couple of you guys following me on Threads, and I do appreciate it. But yeah, nothing is really being said.
I'd rather be on TikTok and YouTube than and Twitch than doing Threads. Like,
I get you. I agree.
So many people.
I do admit, I stole one thing I saw from Twitter, and I did put it on Threads.
That's lame. That's a big.
But I was like, it was
big
funny
thing
as
to
shit.
admit.
Like I felt it in my soul. Nothing worse than when the jig is up.
Okay.
And I felt it because I was like, when the jig is up, and people were like, "What's a jig? What's a jig?" And I'm like, you guys don't know the saying, like,
This
"Oh, the jig
generation,
is up."
man.
Like when like a detective walks in, like the old crime shows, like,
the
"Oh,
jig
the
is up.
jig is up." Like you got caught. So essentially, be like, "Oh, nothing's worse than when like the jig is up."
Yeah. It's like when fucking Scooby Doo when they catch the enemy.
Yeah, like
And,
the jig is up,
like,
dude. We got you. Take the
like,
mask
exactly.
off. Yeah,
But he would have done it if it wasn't
for those meddling kids.
exactly.
But the jig is up.
Correct.
All right, next topic. So
essentially,
essentially,
you wonder what I did see on Threads this morning?
What?
First thing I saw was the Island Boys just making out.
Oh my god, I saw
but
that.
I love you guys.
Do you know who the Island Boys are?
Maybe.
I'm an
Do they have-
island boy. Just
I've heard that, but I don't know.
you don't know what they look like.
I
Ah,
might know what they look like.
you're so old,
I
bro.
know.
Oh my gosh.
Sue me. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
These
those
goofies-
guys making out with each
Yes,
other?
they were making out, bro.
With each other?
Yes, with each other.
Ugh.
I'm about to put you on real quick.
Oh, don't say that. I've never heard of that.
Bro, when I saw it, I was like, aren't
Making
these
out
dudes
with each
real
other?
brothers though? Like,
What the heck? They look like twins. Like
I
I'm pretty
believe
sure.
they really are serious brothers. Like, bro.
What is wrong with y'all?
I woke up to it and I instantly shut off the internet for the rest of the day. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this.
That's disgusting.
It's not happening. Oh, what am I doing? Why don't I go to the best app on the world?
YouTube.
Island Boys.
Not that people making out with each other is bad, but it's
No, I mean, it was just one of them random things.
Oh my god.
How do you do that with your own twin? Okay, so they are brothers. Yeah, so that's weird. Being gay, being anything
that.
under the sun, it's not weird.
Love
But
that.
you kissing your own brother,
Like,
that is very weird.
anyways, we're not in
I'm
Alabama,
sorry.
y'all. That's gross.
So
Sorry.
much, but
That's
I do not
gross,
love you
but-
guys that much.
Well, I
Yes.
really hope so.
Yeah,
and I was about to
I'm
say, like,
just
that's
like,
like
I don't understand.
See, it's weird because I saw that, or I heard of that, and I didn't even think of either of you.
Correct.
Because I was like, I would never, ever.
But
I
it's-
just,
it was-
I just look
it's
at how
weird.
similar
It's
they look.
weird,
Like,
like-
it looks like they're
No, it's
kissing
weird
themselves.
because they're also a multiple birth. Like seeing that as a triplet and watching these twin brothers just make out, I was
makes me
really
uncomfortable. Was it
uncomfortable.
like a full makeout?
And they were
Dude,
like,
I thought
they-
I saw the
It
clip,
was-
like yes, there's
gets
no
punched on the table.
justifying it, but it was only like 3 seconds.
Okay, 3
No
seconds
matter-
too far.
Yeah,
no, I
it's-
still would
have your
not,
lips
I
on your
still would
brother.
absolutely
Like-
not do that, but I don't think making out is 3
Yeah.
seconds. I think that's just like a heavier
With
satal
your
kiss.
brother, I'd consider it like you're making out with your brother.
Well, I'd consider anything kind of just like a little crazy.
yeah, I agree. I fully
Mm.
agree. Fully
I don't
agree.
even like.
It's just really disturbing, honestly.
That
Yeah.
was
Like,
that
really
was
disturbing.
very disturbing.
So like,
Oh, I'm pretty sure actually.
no, wait,
hold
wait.
on, no.
I think
'cause
they started in OnlyFans.
I literally got inspiration to say that sentence from me
They
about
started.
to say that.
They
That was
started in
insane.
OnlyFans and it got taken down.
Within a minute for incest.
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
Like-
whoa.
Interesting. Because I know they're on TikTok. Now they look familiar. Yes, I've seen them before. I don't know that's what they were called.
Y'all doing incest on OnlyFans?
No, they got probably
because of the
recorded
kissing.
because of that video.
Y'all wildin'.
why wouldn't
Naturally,
they?
if you start an incest OnlyFans, it will
Naturally,
Oh, or
if you
that
post
too.
Exclusive
I guess.
content with your brother, you're gonna get.
It's just weird. Like I want to know which one of them came up with it first and told the other. It
Well,
was
I
a
mean,
good
when you
idea.
have the rapid hype that they did, and then you decline, and
You
you
gotta-
pull
you
something.
gotta
do
do
something
something crazy
listen.
like
Well,
kiss
my
your
thought-
brother to
like, my
keep
thought it-
views
okay,
going.
I'm never doing that. So
Well, yeah,
scratch that.
I'm saying yes.
But what
but-
I'm saying is,
I hope they don't like call us out. but
no, yeah, I'm scared.
What are they gonna do? I don't
Well,
know.
it's just like you kissed your brother, bro. Like you had to expect this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can call
Crazy.
me out, but I'm not making out with y'all.
I mean, it's all just
You
the
know,
truth,
like-
and it's also like our opinion on like a it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with
With
kissing
the
your brother.
concept, yes.
Yeah.
The action.
Pretty
of that.
The
insane.
reason why you were doing it. Like,
why did they do that? They didn't say.
I'm going to assume for clout purposes.
I
but-
really wish I didn't see that. I like can't get that out of my head.
I woke
now.
up to that and I was pissed off because I had to go to work in like a couple of hours. My whole day was just like, and like I said, it's not the fact that you're gay. That doesn't bother me if you're a gay person. I know a
But-
lot of gay people that I enjoy
Yeah.
being around because they're just funny and genuinely who they are.
But siblings?
But siblings?
That's like me
Doing
and my
that?
brother.
No.
That's disgusting.
No.
God
It's just
forbid.
could never
Speaking-
do it. Speaking of Island,
Perfect
Yes,
transition.
the transition. Have you guys seen the Love Island socials account?
No.
Or no? Have you seen them? I haven't. Apparently, people are like, I'm just still amazed by that. I'm just good at what I do.
Like,
But
go ahead.
essentially, why do I keep fucking saying essentially? Like,
Yeah, I
just
don't
get
know.
your
You keep
words out.
punching the fucking table, and I
I'm
don't.
passionate about it. But listen,
Oh my god.
basically, like the people were making fun of like the Love Island team for like the U.S. version, and they're like, oh, of course, like this is why they like the UK version better, or whatever, because like the social media strategy is pretty fucking wild right now.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about it. I think it's
Like-
mind blowing.
No, they have them doing like transitions, but they are going from. I have one of them in my mind because I was just watching it and I was just like reading the hate comments and people were like talking about how like insane it was. And one of them that really stuck out to me was this one woman was like, outside, like, what was her name? Give me a random name. I forget her name.
Emily.
Michelle. Say it was Michelle. Sorry, Matt. Say it was Michelle, and she was like, "Hey guys, my name's Michelle, and outside the villa, I'm a microbiologist, but in the villa," and then she like covered the camera, and then moved her hand, and was like in a bathing suit. It was like, "I'm not looking for anything micro."
Yo, Chris
I
looked
wanna
away. Yo, Chris looked away from the camera like.
I gotta see this. Love
No.
Island.
I-
USA?
Wait a minute, didn't you watch this?
No.
No,
Maybe
not Love Island.
Not Love Island.
Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, I watched Too Hot to Handle. I've never seen this.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's like
Didn't think I was gonna come all the way to Fiji for Love Island USA and not give you a cocktail, did you?
oh, okay. I don't know what transitions they're talking about, but
I think he was just saying one in random and just describing it. Like,
that's crazy.
bro.
I'm a microbiologist. That's so weird.
But I'm not looking for anything micro in the bedroom. Like,
Oh my god.
Doing, like the special effects and
Skin
stuff. And
crawling.
this one guy said the craziest thing. Listen to this. Hold on. I hope that I don't play it too loud in your ear. Listen.
I'm Marco. I'm 22 years old and usually I'm a student. But in the villa, I'm gonna be flex offender.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like the NPCs.
offender.
See, I liked
On
hers
TikTok.
because it kind of went together. But
This is just random.
this is just
You don't wanna-
well, like
He's
what?
throwing malarkey at
And
me.
you also don't want to throw.
Oh
That's
my
his favorite
God.
word.
Yeah,
Love
like,
it.
I
Yes,
feel like we just
correct.
leave that what it is. I would never confidently come close to saying I'm anything. Like I wouldn't
Like
even
a
want to
flex
utter those.
offender?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't even want to utter close to those
Mhm.
words.
Yes,
I agree.
correct. Let alone just
Very
like, and then you
strange.
should see the video too. Like
No,
he goes from like
I'm good.
shirted in the confessional to like
Okay,
flexing.
I'm
and-
good.
Ugh.
Oh my dear
Which
God.
is like
Yeah, I'm
essentially,
good.
I'm not hating on them because they had to do it to be on the show.
Right.
But like, wow,
The writers
Love Island got to rethink
are-
it through. I've edited
Yeah.
videos better than I've seen
I
that
just think if like if you
transition.
have a full production in a television show, like current day, like right now, 2023, why are you making videos like TikTok just started?
Want to see another one?
Yeah.
No, no.
I do. I
Wait.
really do.
Let's just. I'm gonna click on a random one.
Hmm.
What does this guy say?
I'm Leonardo. I'm 21. I'm usually a salesman, but inside the villa, I'm gonna be the Spanish poppy.
Alright, check that off. Crazy. Like you couldn't have got more.
I was
creative.
gonna
I
say,
just don't understand
how
how
they
they
can't be both. Like you can't be like a salesman and then go into the villa and like still be a salesman and the
then-
Spanish poppy.
Yeah, like why can't? Why do you have? Like if you go into the villa, you're still a microbiologist at the end of the day.
Really, good way to break it down, man.
You know what
okay,
I mean?
yeah.
Essentially.
Okay.
Don't lose yourself in the villa. Stay yourself. Stay true to yourself.
Anyone who's switching up how they act in the villa, and never mind, I'm not gonna. I just don't actually care enough to finish.
Yeah.
my- Anyways, funniest
well,
stories that have never gone explained. Now that we've,
that
we've-
was our little pop culture segment.
Okay.
Don't say that, you. Can I have water?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'll kick us off. Funny stories that we never explained that were on the internet, off the internet, whatever. Should I go?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you said I'm
well,
gonna
yeah,
kick
you were
us
taking a
off.
sip of the drinks. I didn't want to start
That's
without
not
you.
stopping you from
Anyway.
doing anything.
Let's talk about your What are you doing?
Sorry,
my stomach was growling, and I thought you could hear it in the mic, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's embarrassing." Matt, what about?
Put the mic down. Speaking of the mic, it's all up in your grill. Like, move it a little.
Well, I want to make sure, like,
Okay, whatever.
Matt, do you remember your safety pin dilemma? All too well.
I feel like dilemma is the wrong word.
Definitely the wrong word. Anyway, one day we went out, and Matt took a safety pin and put it on his shirt.
No.
No. Go ahead.
No.
Someone explain
Okay,
it.
so we were with friends going to the fair, and we let go of your
You're
mic.
wrong.
Let it do its job. We were going to the fair, and one of our friends had an outfit that was held together by some safety pins,
Okay.
and so they needed to
So
be
they
safety.
took one off, and they were like, "I might need it again."
So hold this for me, and I didn't want to put it in my pocket because then it's gonna get lost in the pocket,
Or
know what I
stab
mean?
you.
or anything
I
like
really-
that. I don't
So-
usually put things in my pocket and worry for them being lost. Do you?
I agree.
Well,
I
like
put
when
things
it's
in my
small like that. See, here's the thing: when it's small like that, I was gonna put it in the pocket with my wallet in it, and if I went to take my wallet out to buy like okay,
It would've
No,
slid
and then
out.
it
or
fell
something,
out,
it would
okay.
fall
Whatever,
out with
anyway,
my
Matt put
wallet.
the safety
So I
pin on his shirt, and we were
Yo,
walking around, and a
whoa,
photo.
whoa. Someone took a photo, and we posted the photos that day, and Matt posted
what?
it with a.
Yeah, Chris, you're running. You're
yeah,
sprinting.
I'm not.
to this.
I'm not
It's fine.
sprinting.
Look.
So
you
I
asked
put-
him to tell his story, and then you're like, just
Oh my
breathe.
God.
So I put the safety pin on my shirt because I didn't want to lose it from in my pocket. And then obviously we're out and about. We're taking pictures. It's a fun night. So yeah. So
He
me and
said-
Chris, I think it's a
It's like
picture
the
of
villa at Love Island.
Stop. Okay. I think it's a picture of me and Chris, but me and Chris took a picture, and then somebody posted the picture of me and Chris.
How are
you saying picture right now? You always say this. Picture. Picture.
Okay.
We took a picture. Is that good? Well, it's not. You were saying.
You were
we
saying,
took a
like, the
picture,
big
and I had
jug
and I
at
had the
dinners.
safety pin on my
What?
shirt. I had.
Okay. Y'all
I'm
gotta calm
so-
down, because I'm lost.
I'm getting
lost.
lost in the sauce.
Oh, okay,
Go
so
back
what
a little.
what I know is that the safety pin was on his shirt, and they took a
Took a
picture.
picture. Is that good? Well, it's not. You were saying.
You were
we
saying,
took a
like, the
picture,
big
and I had
jug
and I
at
had the
dinners.
safety pin on my shirt. I had.
Okay.
Shut up. I had the safety pin on my shirt. And then I'm scrolling through TikTok like a week, or not even like a week later. This was like a month later. Like somebody
Time had
refound-
passed.
Somebody refound the picture.
Hold
And
on.
they were like, I just realized Matthew Sturdiolo had a safety pin on his shirt.
And I'm like, okay, I did. What does that mean?
Cool. So I go to the comments and I'm like, oh my, it's like, oh my God, he's so awesome. Thank you. Oh my God, wow, so cool. Oh my God, I know he's such like he's a charmer. Like all this like crazy
Huh?
shit.
That one
And
made
I'm
me
like-
almost throw up. In my
Yeah.
mouth.
And I'm like, what did I do? the first step was like, I don't know why I'm getting all this praise and all these compliments. So I looked it up, and Nix, did you look it up?
So like, I'm just confused because like there's so many different meanings. Like when you look up safety pin on closed meaning, so like essentially it just says like safety pin. I don't know who saw you with the safety pin, and then either Googled this or prior knew this information about like what it means, but there's so many meanings that like I'm so confused how they did that.
Well,
Because
the
meaning
well,
that
hold on, let me just read them all.
from my memory, from what I remember,
I could just read them all.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It says the safety pin subsequently has become an image associated with punk rock media and popular culture outlets. So it's not that one. But then it says there's the safety pin in the LGBTQ plus community, which means signifying that they are linked, willing to stand up for the vulnerable. And then there's another one that says you're a safe person to talk to about your trauma, feelings, and anything really. Just that you're a safe person for others to vent to. And it says that one. It says
I didn't even know that.
Didn't know there was a meaning for
A
safety pin
being on
personally.
the shirt.
I get like if you're in like punk rock.
I can
like
see that because they
aesthetic,
wear a lot of that stuff.
But I didn't know there was any meaning behind an item on your shirt. But okay.
what
People
does it mean to wear a
creating
safety
meanings
pin
for
on
things.
TikTok? So like essentially it's like a TikTok thing.
So those last two, I guess.
I don't know who made this up.
So those last.
I honestly feel like they made it up.
I don't know, but I see that, and those second two, like, yes, I do stand for those things. I want to be open about my mental health. I want to be like somebody that people can look for if they're having a hard time.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
No, yeah,
I gotta say something really quick.
Go ahead.
I feel like something like that shouldn't have multiple meanings.
I agree.
Because I'm
It
like,
shouldn't
if
be
I have
punk
like
rock,
a ton of safety pins on, right, and you came up to me and you're like, oh my god, like the
And you just start
LGBTQ
venting.
one, right? You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're
like
like-
I relate. I'm like, nah, bro, I just fuck with punk rock.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
vent to you, and they come up to you and like imagine
Oh,
someone up to
yeah.
Matt was like, yo, like you fuck with Metallica, and he's like,
No,
no, I'm
I
like,
don't.
like you need
Yeah.
to sort it
But
out.
no, like,
why does one thing have numerous meanings?
Obviously-
like that? 'Cause it's like if someone came up to me like trying to get all
I agree.
emotional, I'm like, bro, I just fuck with punk rock. Like,
Yeah, I totally agree.
I'd rather.
Oh.
like,
Yeah. Like I stand for all this stuff that the other two mean. I'm not a big punk rocker, but I do stand for like being an ally to
What
the
was that?
LGBT
Oh.
community.
But I think that it
And I
means that
do-
you're like a part.
I'm
That's what
not,
I thought I
though.
read. I know you're not, but that's what I'm saying. Google.
Why
it.
do you, like? So I guess the third one is the best option, but like I am
Not
I
the best option.
the
but
only option.
You're not gay and you don't listen to Metallica. Like,
That's true.
It's the only
That's true.
option.
So the third one is what everybody thought that was that I was doing.
The
and
irony
I
of the
wanna-
situation was because Matt had this safety pin on for zero reason at
but
all.
the meaning behind it is true. I stand for all of that stuff. But if somebody came up to me that night asking me my favorite Metallica song, asking my sexuality, or started venting to me, I would have been very confused. and would not have known what to do. Or
I would have
what it
thought
meant.
someone was crazy if they started talking to you and was like, "Oh, like the safety
Imagine
pin."
they
Like,
just
did like a combination.
I
would
would have found about
like,
that.
Combination.
I talk to you and I
Ooh.
love punk rock.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Somebody that wants to
crazy.
talk to me is gay and loves Metallica. That would have been the
I would've been like,
craziest
I
encounter ever.
Don't know what to
We
tell
just,
ya.
dude, because we saw that and Matt said to me and he goes, "Why are they losing
I was like,
it
do
that
we
I have a
even, like-
safety pin on?" I just didn't know what to do because like it then faded out, like it died out after like a month.
But then Chris
And
wore
then
the
there was,
safety
like-
pin necklace
There was like
on tour.
many revivals because you were wearing it for punk rock, I assume.
I
When it came
didn't-
to tour,
I didn't really select a genre. I just wore it.
You just wanted to wear it.
So yes, you guys, we're all LGBTQ allies, and we're
Oh, I
all
thought you were gonna say we're all LGBTQ. I was like, no, we're not.
we're all allies. Nick is part, and we
Nick.
and we
I
are
just almost did the Wakanda. Like,
Okay,
what is
okay.
that?
and we
Okay.
all are like cool with mental health and that type of stuff and what.
But
and
someone
whatever.
could truly vent to me if they really
I
felt
agree.
needed.
I agree.
And fuck it, I'll listen to Metallica.
Literally.
and if I have to, I'll listen to Metallica.
But
much
yeah,
on
that was the safety pin story, and I think
it's
it's
just
fucking
so
hilarious.
funny that like we had no idea, and there's like
No,
it's
it
like-
was an uproar. Like our whole.
I
feel like
know.
first one I
Everyone
saw
saw
had
it.
500,000 likes.
no, and
it
then
was
it died
insane.
down like a month later, and then there was like some revival.
No, but
of the-
low key, the amount of like
safety pin.
followers and comments and likes and all this, like my engagement was fucking up because I had this safety pin and I was very confused by it. But obviously, I do stand for all that stuff, and I guess the
It's
praise
just
for standing
wild.
for that stuff
That's
is
like one of my
awesome.
favorite things that like was it without because that one doesn't really fit our topic of funny stories that never got like
Yeah, it
on the
does.
internet. But It's
like
like
halfway.
It
on the
definitely
internet.
does.
No, it got like quarter. Like they saw
like
an
halfway.
outside
Yeah.
perspective of it.
Yeah, they don't know the
But,
like.
oh
the
my
true
god, that's
story
like
behind it.
that was the
Mm.
funniest shit ever.
That's just hilarious.
Because I just seen the edits and having Matt know zero prior knowledge of that was
Yeah.
just fucking hilarious.
I did start wearing one after a
fuck
while.
it.
I was like, that shit's funny.
I know you're a metalhead, bro. You love that punk rock.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, next. What's our next funny story?
You have the fucking paper. Yeah, literally right in front of us.
Okay, let's tell them about when we went to San Diego that one time.
I feel like who was the main?
It was me,
It
bro.
was me and you. I think.
I was the culprit.
Okay, me
though.
and Chris posted a vlog, and we were in San Diego a while ago, and it's something that wasn't in the vlog, but we knew like we wanted to talk about, but we were like, we need to tell this whole story because it's fucking
I'm
hilarious.
pretty sure we
So
did
funny.
vlog it a little bit. We just didn't want to get in trouble and post it because of the what
because
occurred.
we were still in San Diego.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, when we got to San Diego, we checked into our hotel, and Laura was like, I don't know if you guys know, but like obviously rephrase.
Yes.
We were at our hotel was on the beach. So Laura's like, oh, I don't know if you guys know, but like on the beach, there's like public fire pits. Like if you buy the stuff for the fire pit, or like if you guys want to have a
Oh,
fire,
you can use it.
Okay.
you can. There's like fire pits
And they
that
had like a
anyone can
gift
use.
shop with s'more stuff and all
Yeah,
the jazz.
so we
Ooh.
went outside a couple times and saw like a bunch of different families outside at the fire pits. We're like, we're definitely gonna do this. Like it became something that was on our list of shit to achieve while in San Diego. So we went to the gift shop and they sold like bundles of stuff, and it was like a lighter to start the fire. No,
Yes, it was. It was
Oh.
Okay, it was a fire making kit thing, and it was like two things that you can like put lighter fluid on, light, and then put down, and it just makes a big
Oh, fire
You put some
starter.
more
Oh
in it.
yeah.
And then, but it also came with like a lighter and stuff. But they had these cheap lighters, and everyone was buying them that would go to the fire pit. So when we went over to the fire pit with our fire making equipment, there was like a ton of like those old lighters laying around because people would use them, and they were like cheap, like it was like $1 lighter, and people would use them to make their fire and then like leave them there. So there's a ton extra.
Mm-hmm.
But Nick goes up to me and he goes, I'm going to put like the lighter in the fire. And Matt was like, no, you shouldn't do it, whatever, blah, blah, telling
I
him.
literally, both of them are talking about how they want to put this lighter in the fire, and I went up to both of them and I said, "You guys are both stupid. That is the equivalent of making a bomb." And then I walked away. And
Okay.
I was like 3 feet away from the fire the whole time. Continue. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then, so then Nick was like, I want to put it in, but I'm too scared to do it.
Holy shit.
more of like thinking like Matt was gonna yell at me. Like I was like, I'll do this, but like actually no, I was deeply afraid. There was
But
definitely
anyway,
some
I
fear.
took the lighter and I put it in the fire, and I wasn't expecting anything out of it. I
Well,
thought,
nothing did happen for like 2 minutes.
yeah.
And we were just standing there. We were. Just
I was like, a
standing around the
little
fire.
lighter, it can't really do
And I
it.
said,
it was also
you
one of-
guys are dumb. You guys are stupid.
But it was also one of the lighters that was like already around the fire that had been like drained of most of its lighter fluid.
Okay.
Like it wasn't even really lighting super well. So I was like, there's no way something
Okay,
happens
so
if this thing's empty.
Fast forward the story a little bit. About like 2 minutes pass,
and we're all like leaning over this fire
everyone's
pit.
standing near the fire except for me. I was already like 4 feet away because I knew that they were stupid, and I was telling them not to do it. And then Chris goes, "What is that sound?" And it
I
just
hear
was
like a whistle, like a faint whistling noise.
Don't
No,
do that.
Not even
It
close.
was like a high pitch like a high pitch like.
And I
Yeah,
I thought
probably
it was,
something like
something
that.
above. Like I thought it was like a bird, a plane.
I think I
Sorry,
remember
my
it's
eye
in a
is so
bird.
itchy
It's
right now.
Superman. No. I regretted that the second it
Yeah,
came out.
go ahead,
I was like,
it's up.
you're that. It's just I had to finish it.
Go ahead.
I remember looking into the fire and seeing the lighter, and it was the size of a fucking balloon. Like the
Holy
plastic
shit.
had expanded, and I saw it, and I didn't register in my head, run the fuck away. I was looking at it amazed,
Okay.
expanding for about 30 seconds.
Mhm.
And I was just looking
no,
at it.
30 seconds is insane.
Like-
oh no. Yeah, I was watching it expand for
All
about
right,
30
so because
seconds.
the second I heard that whistling sound, I knew bad was to come. And I turned around and ran the other way.
So
Because I
okay,
remember
listen, the fireplace wall had they're like public fireplaces, so everything is like a stone walls. It's 4 stone walls, and there's like 30 of them all the way down the beach.
Mhm.
So it's literally like a brick wall that's about 2 feet tall, all 4 around, and then the fire goes in the middle of the brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
When this kid's done, I'll keep going. Bless you. Now stop. So when we were like standing next to the brick wall, some people had their feet.
He sounds like me in the
This is so
morning.
funny.
He sounds like me. Because I sneeze. Not like that.
No,
but
I'm playing,
I
yeah,
sneeze
yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
the brick wall, and then Chris hears the whistle, and he's like, "Holy, it's insane! Like actually insane." If you have to get up and walk out for a minute while I finish this, please do that. And so the fire explodes, and it goes up the brick walls and straight out about like 4 feet. So they're all running to the beach. And it was like the second I heard the whistling noise, my God, shut the fuck up. The second I heard the whistling noise, I knew I had to get out of there. Yeah. So I'm sprinting the other direction, and fucking, I just see like flames surround me, and there's like little embers of wood flying in my face. And like, I look to the left to see Nick and then I look fully submerged. I look to the right, and I don't even. I look to my left, and Nick's in an orange cloud. I don't remember. My eyes were open, and I was standing there, and the lighter exploded. And I remember looking at the fire, and it was like a good distance away from me. Yep. And a second later, my eyes were still open, and I was surrounded by orange.
Oh my God!
Like I was in the fucking fire. It was unreal.
So,
I felt like a super.
The ring
Nobody
of
got
fire.
hurt. But it was like a. I don't know how I'm not blind. I saw fire. There was fire in my eye. I literally turned around and sprinted away, and there was just fire submerging my whole body. And I was a good distance. Like I was like, I didn't move it in.
Yo, for some odd reason, I'm like picturing this. I have to actually see it. But for some odd reason, I'm just picturing like Matt saying, "Look at these 2 idiots."
It was right in front. I was like 10 feet away, running the opposite direction. Because since we were on the beach too, I was running toward the water. Because I thought for sure I was on fire. Like I was like, I'm gonna have to jump in and fucking put myself out. It was too funny. And I literally checked for my eyebrows. I literally just watched it happen. Like the whole thing. I just watched it happen. It was one of the craziest fucking things that. What are you doing? Checking my nose. I'm on camera. Camera at all or no? No, I have a video of like the moment after, but it's not really that funny. Like it's just kind of like our laughter and shock.
But like my eyes messing up, y'all.
Explain what happened, but we were like, we can't get in trouble because, bro, and like just the noise. I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, boom! We were right near like actual people like staying at this hotel and shit. But it was all right. Speaking of fire stories, we're gonna go right on to the next one. And yes, we're not gonna bore you with our house fire story. Dude, why does like everything we do involve fire? I swear to God. I have no idea. Well, I mean, we throw lighters into fire pits. So for those of you guys that don't know, we film car videos in random parking lots. Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay, whenever you're ready. It's just stop talking, Nick. Oh, so shit. We film car videos in random parking lots throughout all the fucking places we go, and we were parked in a parking lot at about like 2 to 3 in the morning because we always go late at night because we don't want to get ran up on. That's not true. I'm trying to like tell people when and where we are.
Oh my God!
I don't care. What are they gonna do? Go there? Okay, so we always go to these parking lots. Wait
a minute. That's not true.
They're just like, okay.
I'm trying to like tell people when and where we are. It's morning because we always go late at night because we don't want to get ran up on. That's not true. It's true. I don't know why Nick.
That's gonna be a meme. Don't looking at each other.
Where we are. I don't care. What are they gonna do?
The meme that's the Nicki Minaj beat.
Oh yeah.
And they're just looking at each other.
But it was a really quick one though. I don't know how that would work.
They'll slow it down.
Yeah. Okay, so we always go to these parking lots at like random hours throughout the day and all that type of stuff, and we just were chilling in the parking lot filming a car video how we normally do, and I will let Starnillo brothers. I'm gonna let Nick take the rest of the story. It was me first who saw it, right? No. It was you. It was Nick. Whatever. Go ahead, Nick. No, but we were in the car, and I remember that we were like, I forget what we were filming because the subject completely changed. Dude, I remember. Go ahead. Okay. We were sitting there. I was in the middle of the sentence, and I kind of just like was talking, joking, being myself, and I looked up, and I remember seeing flames. No, I saw the guy. You saw the guy. I saw this guy, and I was like, I saw the guy. I saw this guy, and I was like, suspicious activity. My radar was on immediately. Yeah, something crazy's going on. And it's crazy because like you do that a lot in our actual videos, and people see you like react. People think that I'm superhero, but no, it is for a reason. Like
Most
no,
of
I
the
can
time,
tell when something crazy is about to
Yeah.
happen. I don't know why. People think that I have like the sixth sense of something going on. But I saw this guy, and something was just so out of place for me that it wasn't usually someone like walking by during a car video. Because like he had gotten out of his car, and he was like next to a truck, and he was the driver of the truck a minute ago. So I was like super weird because he got out and like left his doors open, and I was looking and I wasn't gonna say anything. And then I saw him kind of like going like in a weird motion, like throwing one arm forward and the other arm back. Like it was like a weird chainsaw starting thing, but there was nothing in his hands. And then I
Okay.
saw sparks. So that's when I was like, oh my God, that guy's setting his car on fire.
and that's when me and Matt
So
looked
I was
up.
in-
So
I was
Nick
in
starts
shock.
Nick starts screaming. He's like, "Is this dude
Setting
on...
his
no,
car
you
on
said
fire?
is he? I think you said is he on
Oh
fire?
yeah, because I thought he
Because
ran out of his car because
it
he was like
looked like-
smoking or something and dropped fire on him. Because since he was like doing a weird
It
action,
looked
I
like
thought he was trying to
it
put
looked
himself
like he was
out.
trying to put his get his sleeve off of fire. Like it looked like
Okay.
his
Yeah.
sleeve was on fire, and he's like shaking his sleeve to get it out.
So then I saw him continuing to go, and then I realized after I thought he was on fire that he was creating more of it. And then he put it
Interesting.
into the driver. I don't know. Like I'm saying, put it in, like as if it's not fucking flames.
no, I
but
think it was like a
he-
newspaper.
He
or something.
genuinely put something on fire in the front of his car,
shut the door.
shut the door, and started to walk away.
What the hell?
So I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like,
Yeah.
who lights their car on fire? So I immediately...
Don't
It's
mind
crazy
that shirt
because all
change,
our
yo.
reactions are caught in real time.
Yeah, because we were filming already.
And
so
we
I,
were just so fucking
So I was looking, and I
confused,
remember
too.
thinking, like, my initial thought process was car, fire, engine...
Boom.
And then I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, it's gonna fucking explode.
Correct.
Like, I was like, that car is going to take us out. So I was like, one, we need to call the police because that car is going to explode.
Well,
Right.
no, here's
Mhm.
the thing. I really hate calling the police unless it's like a true dead emergency.
Yeah.
But we didn't know if there was like people like in the
Yeah.
fucking
But
car.
I also wanted to know, like,
like-
I wasn't trying to, like, call the police to be like, oh, that guy needs to go to jail. It was more of just like, if
It's
this
safety.
car explodes, there is serious danger for everyone
Also,
around.
like, nobody's fucking on purposely putting a vehicle
Yeah, so
on
I
fire
immediately
unless
was
there's
like,
something.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to call
There's
the
a
police,
reason.
but first, let's get the fuck out of here as well for if the car does
True.
explode. So I told Matt, I'm like, you need to start driving away. And Matt started driving away while I called the police. I was like, hey, I'm in a parking lot, and this guy just set his car on fire. Put it out. And then now it's your
Put it
turn.
out.
But then they started to like come over essentially, and then me and Chris found like a safe spot to still kind of engage because like I was curious.
And we wanted to record.
Yeah. So then the police and the fire department came, and the car at this point was fully engulfed in flames. It was setting
Wow.
a
It
tree
did
next to it
explode.
on fire. It did explode like
no, it was
twice.
like it was
really
on
loud.
It was like on
bangs.
fire for a little bit, and then after a while, it just blew up. Like
What in
it
the
would like the
world?
engine or
Yeah, like
something.
fully exploded.
Fully, like I think you got a really good video.
I
of it.
do have a great video of it.
I wish we could see these videos.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
'Cause I've-
Hopefully they put it up, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. That's like a whole different life of the triplets. Like that's a whole different part of their life that like we will probably never see
Who knows?
because we only see the cars and these in their vlogs.
But I don't.
Yeah.
No, man. I'm not even.
You sure? Okay.
But then we were, no, we were in shock that it happened, and then we told the police and everything, and then we told our dad when we got home, and then he was like, "Oh, I want to like go see if it's still there," and this was like the
Mhm.
next day, so we just drove by.
I
and-
went with Dad in the morning, and the
yeah,
car
and
was
the car
gone.
was gone, but there was like glass and shit everywhere, and they had like sawed the engine out after they put it out off fire so that the engine didn't explode more. But there was definitely like a couple.
But
of
then like the
bangs.
tree that he was parked under, like the branches and shit were like black and all shit.
Yeah, it was really
Damn.
scary. But then we what's it called?
But no, definitely
Yeah,
like
basically, I gave the police my information because I was the one who called the police. And then they were like, oh, don't post anything about it. Because I told them that we're YouTubers, like why we were in the parking lot late at night. Because I was like,
Okay.
we're already in a sketchy position. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, when we
okay.
film, we look sketchy because we're filming videos in like the middle of the night in a parking lot. So people always just assume. So I was like explaining what we were doing. And I was like, oh, I have it on video or whatever. And then the detective, I'm pretty sure, I was like, hey, can we post it still? Because I was like, this is really good content. Like a car exploded. And then they never said no, but they never said yes.
So
I was
fuck it,
like,
we
okay,
ball.
let's let this situation happen. You know what I mean? Like, let's give them time to figure it out. And it's been months and months and months. So
I figured now is like a good time to talk about it because there's.
I
if,
feel
like,
I
there's
still
no
don't
something.
feel comfortable like posting the actual video. Maybe like eventually in the future.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
talking about it right now, like I just don't want to get fucking. I don't know. I
Nothing
hate-
can happen to us.
But they didn't
That's the way I
say
look at it.
no. The
They just-
detective, I remember literally asking, can we post the video? He goes, I can't tell you no, but I'd advise against it.
My
But
thing
I'm-
is,
you
dude.
can't tell us no. That's
My
all
thing,
I
if I
heard.
went up to
Yeah.
a cop and just started recording him, I could
My thought
post
is,
whatever.
what if we were
Exactly.
live? What if we
Exactly.
were
Okay.
live already?
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, what if we filmed our videos live? And it's like,
Then
this
that's
is
No, we
different.
can
happening in real
100%
life.
post it.
Maybe it's cause
Yeah, it's
Public-
like, who are you?
maybe it's cause
yeah.
there
Yeah.
was like a Boston car lighter fire guy, and they tried to find
Lighter
out who it was.
fire
Oh, we're
guy.
posting it. I think we post it.
Maybe
We'll figure
eventually.
it out, but we already told the story, so
Yeah,
that part's
maybe if
over.
they really want it, they can.
But bro, it was
have
just insane.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
I
want
Yeah,
it.
let's see it.
We
when I
want
first saw
it.
I was like, damn, we have to film again.
Craziest
after
car
detective.
video we've ever filmed.
Yeah,
for sure.
literally full explosions going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it
The
like
car
it
video
was
is not
yesterday.
as like crazy.
It doesn't look
Like
as
it is pretty
but-
crazy, but like
I think-
we left immediately, so it was
Yeah.
kind of.
I
like,
also
just,
think
like,
the car video itself was one of those ones where like we weren't gonna finish and post because I wasn't really feeling it. Because I remember like when the car was on fire, I was like laying down in my seat. Like I didn't initially see the fire,
Okay.
so I was like, we were just bored as shit in the car and happened
We
to
have
be
better
recording.
videos on our phone after than we do like the car videos.
yeah,
Damn.
that was pretty wild.
Hmm.
That was one of the fucking funniest moments in a car video. That just
I'm breaking shit.
no another funny car video moment we never posted was recently, Nick, when I called
Oh my god,
Nick loved this one. Loves
because
it.
I think that we could have posted it, but like I don't know if there's anyone out there that's like really obsessed with Paul Revere.
Yeah.
Do you remember the video recently? Which one was
Okay.
it? I don't know. I forget. But in one of our car videos, we were talking about something.
We were talking about I don't know how
I
we
don't
get
know
to
how-
half the shit we get to.
I don't either.
I
But-
watch it back sometimes. I'm just truly amazed how we
But
start a
we
video
got
and how it
to
ends.
we got to Paul Revere and
Um,
how he like
I called him a pussy.
yeah.
I said he's a little bitch.
Oh my
No, 'cause,
god.
yeah,
Because-
essentially like we were.
I called
Because
Paul
I
Revere a
remember,
little bitch,
I
and
remember Nick talking about Paul Revere, but I just don't remember which car
Briefly,
video
right?
it was. Yeah, like he briefly talked about it, but I just don't remember which one it was.
we got all scared to put it in because like we didn't
He
know.
said recently.
I didn't know
Yeah,
what
we
the
didn't
fuck
know
Paul
like
Revere
if
did.
like what the consequences would be if Chris were to call Paul Revere pussy.
Go
You know what
ahead.
I mean?
Go ahead
But-
and say the backstory on why
Yeah,
you did that.
I did it because we were talking. I think we were talking about like credit and credit where it's due.
Yeah,
And I was basically saying like Paul Revere. Everybody knows Paul Revere.
No, we didn't hear this.
Oh
We
didn't
yes,
hear
yes,
this.
yes, we
Or
Oh,
did.
yes.
Yes, we did.
most of.
Maybe more.
We
Most
did.
of-
yes. And well,
Sorry,
what was
don't mind
happening?
me.
Was he looking for lanterns?
I don't know, bro.
Well, no, he was going to tell the people the British were coming. I think.
Essentially, but it was like 1 by sea, 2 by feet.
I don't know, like the. But anyway, little poem.
There was someone who took the initial trek to meet Paul Revere. I'm pretty sure some dude traveled miles and miles and miles, and then he just took the last like 300 feet of this
yes.
little trot.
That's what it
And now
was.
he gets all the credit, and we don't know shit
Paul
about.
Revere gets
That's
all the
right.
credit for
Mhm.
We
going
didn't
on
talk
this
about that.
long
And
horse
he
ride,
really
telling
ain't
people
do
the British
shit.
are coming. But the dude that went from the first place to Paul Revere is the
Yeah.
person that did more
Bro, if I
trekking
get canceled for calling
Mm.
Paul Revere a little bitch, then
So be it.
So
So
God,
The
be it.
signal
cancel me.
was arranged just days before. One lantern if British troops were to march out of Boston by land, and 2 if they were to depart by boats across the river. Revere himself was not waiting for this signal. He arranged the signal because it would be the fastest and most reliable way to send warning outside of Boston.
Oh, so he like set it up for the person to go on the trek.
oh, he was the mastermind of it all. Then I take it back.
I don't know. I really,
don't
it all
know.
gets hairy. You know what I
It
mean?
does.
Because like, if
We weren't
also,
there,
can I
you
say
know.
something?
Yeah.
I always think like sometimes I'm not one to shy away from like exaggerating a story just for like fun.
Exaggerate.
You know what I mean? Like if I give me an example.
I don't know.
What am I doing? Give me
You
like,
just ate
something.
breakfast.
Okay, like if I ate breakfast and like there was like a bug on
Your
My-
pancake.
a pancake, and I was telling someone the
Okay.
story, and like I
Okay.
had to make it a little bit more engaging. I'd talk about how long I waited for the pancake. I'd say there was like 3 bugs on the pancake.
Yeah.
I'm not one who's gonna shy away from throwing a little pizzazz, even though everything I say is 100% true. There's just some things in the way you tell it will be more engaging. I want to know
Okay.
how many things hit the history books as fact
or
from
exaggeration.
someone exaggerating. Like, what if someone who's like,
Hmm.
exaggerates was just like, oh, this, and this happened. It was crazy. And then like, they added to it. And then it hit the history books. And like now we think of it as like, oh my God, that's insane. Like, no way that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Yeah,
it definitely
yeah,
happened,
yeah.
but it could have been like a little nudge.
I see it. I honestly, it's like a book at this point.
Yeah.
Like when you make a book, like if you have your idea, you want to create it in the most like storytelling way so that people are engaged. You know what I mean? They're not gonna tell you the boring shit about Paul.
Of course, that's why movies are entertaining.
You know
and
what I
shit
mean?
like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Next topic.
There are a few things Henry Wadsworth
Never mind.
Longfellow glossed
What?
over. Namely, that Revere wasn't alone on his famous ride when he warned American patriots that the British troops were on the move this night in 1776. A more accurate title would have been The Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, Williams Dawes, and Samuel Prescott.
So they took
Who's
Sam.
knocking?
That was Chris.
That was me
Okay.
tapping
Tapping an
approval.
agreement.
Yes, correct.
So they took Sam's credit.
We need to do a whole deep dive on what the fuck was going on with
Nick,
Paul Revere.
honestly, what I'm saying is we're from Boston. I say next time we go home, we just go to the fucking trail.
Paul Revere
Oh,
yeah.
Revere was
that too.
captured by patrolling
Yeah.
British regulars in Lincoln just past Lexington and never arrived in Concord. Revere did
No
not ride
way.
alone that night. He was one of the 2 riders to leave Boston and one of the many messengers
So
to spread
why
the
do
alarm. I think he just put the lanterns up with like a group of 50 people. He got caught. He did this. But, like he must have just been like it was a group consensus. You know what I mean? Like the same way we
Okay.
film videos together and like one I'll edit it. Like I don't want all the credit. Like we do it all together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was
Right.
I think it was like Paul
Mhm.
Revere and like 50 other people were like 1 if by land, 2 if by boat, and we were like,
Paul's over here just tipping his cap, and it's like, dude,
yeah, it's like I also no hate to Paul Revere himself.
Paul
'Cause I don't
Revere's
think he
taking
was like,
all
oh,
the
I
credit.
want the spotlight. I think it's easier for the history books to cut out everyone else that was
They
involved.
gave him all the credit because it's just easy to know Paul Revere than it is to know 50 names.
That's
Yeah, Paul Revere,
crazy.
Sam Adams, blah 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 blah.
Sam
But,
Adams,
like,
that's the beer, is it not?
That's not.
Yeah.
Is that all that
Sam-
I'm just
Samuel
saying? I don't
Adams.
think
Samuel
it was.
Adams.
It's not.
maybe now he has the beer because Paul Revere got the credit.
Oh my god.
Who knows?
But no, essentially what I'm
Oh my
saying
God.
is
That's enough, Nick.
Paul Revere, like, you know what I
We
mean?
love conspiracy
get it.
Like
theories.
that's what I'm talking about when it comes to
a
exaggeration in history
theory.
books. Like, what if
Mm.
they're like, oh, like let's just add some pizzazz, act like Paul Revere was a standalone
On
guy.
to the next topic. Here
But
we go.
no, I need to know about this because I'm not gonna. Also, don't take anything I just said for 100% fact. I was
Datum,
Googling shit
yeah.
at the
Yes.
time. But
Is
you
it-
know what I mean? Like,
Go ahead, Chris.
Nick, you weren't there when we because you got back late to back
ask
when
me a fucking
no
question.
back when we were in Boston. Were you in Boston when me and Matt had our little accident?
Hey
What the
guys,
fuck are you saying?
guys,
Chris just did a really terrible job at
Oh,
switching the.
I was
No,
not.
Matt,
I
shut up.
was
I'm just
not.
asking Nick before I get into full detail.
I was not.
You weren't?
I was in LA on a
Dude,
plane.
me and Matt went back home to Boston this last trip, and we went to see
Yeah.
Nathan,
Mhm.
and we were with Nathan. We picked him up, and we went to get ice cream. And Matt was like, "Oh, let's go get ice cream." And then we got in the
No,
car.
that was how it went down.
Yes, exactly
Oh my
like that.
god.
So then, me and Matt got in the car with Nathan. Trevor was with us, and we drove to our ice cream spot. And we're on this fucking road. What, Nick?
I just feel like you're lacking context.
No, I'm not.
He really just like the way you switched it
Go
from
ahead.
Paul Revere to talking about this really confused me.
Okay.
Anyway, let's take a moment of silence to begin the next topic.
I'm gonna start this next topic by saying I got into
It's not silence.
I got into my first car accident.
I feel like the Boston
Oh.
Tea Party should have been more of like the tea.
What
Can you
in
shut up?
the?
Why are we still on this?
Anyway.
What? Why do they keep going back to Boston history? Oh my
I
god!
don't know what's going on.
It's
I'm
going,
here for the ride though.
yeah, it's all over the place. We're here.
Stop.
We're here.
Stop.
Well, no,
Stop.
I feel like parties just
Like not really what happened.
it was more of a like it was like a
Where?
little
What
chaos.
topic do you guys want to talk
Well,
about?
we were talking about Paul Revere and shit, and I'm like, the tea party. It should
I
have
have an
been
idea,
more
I
of
have an
like.
idea.
I feel like
I have
they're
a good idea.
curious.
I
I feel like the great tea event.
Chris, I think we should film a video doing like a history lesson, but dressed up as the characters, like with the wig and the hat.
I'm
not doing that.
I'm down.
Anyway,
I'm so
I'm
down.
so
Like, I
down.
wanna be
Oh
dressed
my
up as Paul.
god!
okay. So
I don't know. I feel like
while we were back
Wait,
home
can I
last time
say
we were in
something, Matt?
Boston,
I really wish I went back to school like
That's
with
crazy.
the mindset I do now. 'Cause I'm
Oh,
genuinely
man.
Can I tell
curious
you, I had
about a
more
lot.
fun learning shit in like 2nd and 3rd grade than I did in like high school.
correct.
It's like they tell you the wrong stories at the wrong time.
100%
Like I would have
agree.
like much rather learned about like Also, fun fact, I learned my times tables in 3rd grade. I knew everything. You could have been like 9 times 4, 7 times 8. Like, anything before, like, the number 15, I was telling you that answer memory. Then I had the worst 4th grade teacher. No hate. But she did not...
He mentioned that before.
Like, the teacher did not enforce my learning of the times tables and didn't teach us more. So by the time I was done with 4th grade, not only did I learn nothing new, but I lost all my memory from 3rd grade.
What's your favorite, like, school hack you ever learned? Like, do you ever have, like, a little hack?
Hold on. Should we cut out the part where we started talking
Shut
about the
up,
car
you
accident?
idiot.
And then just listen,
Why are they so mean?
Matt was literally trying to move on to the next topic. Then they went from the Boston Tea Party and why it shouldn't have been a Boston Tea Party to school. Now they're on school hack that you took. I mean, how are you getting mad at Matt?
Poor Matt. He just wants to talk, yo. He just wants to talk.
Oh my god, come on.
should we cut out the part where we started talking
Shut
about the
up,
car
you
accident?
idiot.
Listen, I just
Nick,
get there.
Nick, check this out. You're about to be mind blown. Isn't it like
No, I know.
9 times 2
boring.
is...
Everyone knew this.
Wait.
You use your 10
18.
fingers, and if you have like 9,
9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36.
Yep.
9 times 5 is 45. 9 times... This is stupid.
Dude, no, it's not. That's my favorite school hack I ever learned. That's like the only fucking one.
No, there's gotta
Okay, Matt,
be
go
more
ahead.
school
Tell
hacks.
us about your friend.
All right, so I only started talking about this because Chris started talking about it.
No, it's okay.
That's all I want to say.
You did poorly transition us, but go ahead, Matt. So while we were back home in Boston, I got into my first ever car accident after having my license for, I think, like 2.5 years now. And it wasn't my fault. I'm going to start with that. Seriously?
Now, was it or was it not?
It wasn't.
Okay.
So we were at Nate's house, and I was like, I want to go get ice cream. Let's go get ice cream.
Told you that's how it went down. That's
So
crazy.
me, Chris, and Nate got into the car. We had Trevor with us because my dad was at work. So we brought him to Nathan's house with us. So we were going to the ice cream place, and I'm sitting there at a red light. And it's like 9 o'clock at night. There's nobody else on the road. It's just me at this red light for about 8 seconds, and there's 4 lanes to my right. So I'm in the first lane, and then there's 4 lanes to my right.
So there's a lot of options.
There's a lot of lanes. I'm the only car there. Light is red. We're sitting at this red light for about 8 seconds, I think. Like, fully chilling. Chris is like, oh, Nate, what flavor ice cream are you going to get when we get there? Like, we are having a conversation, calm, at a red light. And then, all of a sudden, my car gets fucking slammed into from the back.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh my
And the car moved. And Chris goes, did we just get rear-ended?
That's the first thing I said because
That's a good fucking question.
Thank you.
If I were to get rear-ended, my first question would definitely be,
Chris
did we just
literally
get
asked that out of shock that there were
I was
4
just in
lanes to the
pure
right.
shock
that it was actually
no
a
one else on the
probability
road.
of happening. It's like 9:30 at night. The streets were dead. We were the only car on the road, and I get fucking sent
Thrown
into my
into the
glove
seat.
box. So I'm like,
What the
If
fuck?
I were
Yeah.
in the car that day,
I literally,
I
was in
fucking screamed at
I
that
was in
girl.
such shock that I literally had to ask, did we just get in a fucking
So
car?
I get
was
out of the-
I was mind blown.
I get out of the car, I pull over to the side of the road, and she pulls over to the side of the road. And I get out of the car, and I start walking over outside the car, and I take a look at my car. The bumper's hanging off, and I'm like, okay, that's unfortunate. But
This
it's
poor girl's hood was
I'm
in
like,
our
it's
trunk,
nothing that I
dude.
can't. It's nothing that I can't figure out. This girl's car went like under mine. So like
Ooh.
her
Wow.
whole hood.
Under mine.
Isn't that the motherfucker?
Yeah, what's up with
under
Nick?
my fucking van. So her shit was fucked up completely. I'm talking to her, and she's more worried about petting my fucking dog in the car
It's like, bitch,
than
you just hit
anything
our
else.
car. You don't deserve to touch Trevor.
And she's like freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, She's like, "There was a little puppy. I feel so bad. There was a little puppy." And I was like,
She
"Yeah."
was-
She was
should've
very
been
What was
fucking
her
drunk.
first words? Like when you like interacted. I'm so sorry. My insurance is gonna pay for everything. First word that left her mouth.
What was your first words?
I know.
He said, I know. It better be paid today.
We ain't paying a damn thing.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh
After
my
that?
god.
Why would I have to pay for
Yo.
someone else's mistake?
Nah, hell no. Oh my god, mad as
Words that
fuck.
left her mouth. What was your first words? I know.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was-
correct. I said, yeah, it is.
I
That-
literally would have started it with like as I'm getting out of the car, like before my car doors even shut, I would have been saying, "What the fuck is
no,
wrong
because I'm
with
like,
you?"
hey, Nick, you
Look,
gotta approach it
No,
open-minded.
Yeah.
I but
Mm.
genuinely,
'Cause you
there's
never
only
know.
that many open
Mm.
lanes, and my car is
Here, Nick,
at a standstill for 8
Obviously,
seconds.
here, Nick, I didn't know that she was absolutely hammered and drunk and should have a DUI right now. I didn't know that she was drunk.
I say we demand her to get a
Oh.
DUI.
Nick,
Listen,
dude, what are
I
you
didn't-
saying?
Can I speak?
Go
Let
ahead.
me speak. I didn't know that she
Like-
was. I didn't know that she was drunk. All I know is that I got rear-ended. So I always go the benefit of the doubt, and I give this person, okay, they fucked up, and I put myself in the shoes immediately, and I'm like, okay, if I were to rear-end someone, no matter how fucking stupid I am to do that, I at least don't want to be like screamed and yelled at, even though
And ridiculed.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a
Yeah.
better
Just like,
person than
it
me.
doesn't.
Because
way
the
that-
reason why it's like a safety issue too, because let's just say that person has a gun, right?
And you're provoking them.
And you're provoking them, and then they be like, "All right, that's how you want to act." They go to the car. Next thing you know, you have your back turned. Bam. Or they get a any type of weapon. It doesn't even have to be a gun. It could be anything, bro. So that's why you don't want to necessarily go out there unless you got a weapon on you as well. So, just in case things get out of hand. But it's a safety issue.
Yeah, just be careful. Out
Yeah,
here,
and you want
guys.
to de-escalate it because you never know. You never know.
I look at it, if I get out of the car and start screaming at her, that doesn't help the fact that her engine's in my trunk. You know what I mean?
You're so right.
It's still at the end of the day, her fucking car
no,
is
but
fucked
she was
up.
definitely
My shit's
hammered
fine.
and should have been not on the road. But
Yeah.
bro, I was like leaning
If
back.
Nathan wasn't in the car with
Trevor
us,
would be dust.
Trevor would be in the fucking radio,
dude, Gonzo.
sitting there.
That's so sad.
Yeah, Trevor's our dog. Did we say that?
I don't know. People
'cause
know.
now we're
Yeah, we
referring
know.
to him as
Yeah.
Trevor. It's
Dude,
like he
I
was
fucking,
Trevor.
I literally had. Do you know when you have your seatbelt and you put it on and then put it like underneath your arms like that?
Oh, you don't gotta. I gotcha.
I haven't
that's how
done
my
that
seatbelt
in
was.
a while.
And I was like leaning back really far back. And when we got in the car accident, my knees.
The
so,
Carnan accident.
Nick, stop.
You just said it's funny.
You just- we go
ahead.
ahead. When we got in the car accident, my knees slid into the glove box. Knees were killing me. Still
Oh.
are. And then no, my neck's been. And then my fucking face starts flying toward the dashboard and like the windshield. I thought I was gonna. If I didn't have my seatbelt on, I would have been on the fucking.
Wear your
road.
seatbelts. It's important that you wear your seatbelt.
Yes, please.
Because I
Yeah.
will say, getting she was going like 30 miles per hour.
It made me
straight.
realize that how people can definitely
Die
die
in a car accident.
accident.
Yeah.
For sure. Makes
Yeah.
total sense.
I say we pitchfork and
But the van was still good
for
for
City Hall till she gets a DUI.
Shut the fuck up.
But the
But
van
anyway.
was still good for car videos and content and stuff. And shout out my mom and dad because they're gonna fix it while we're here so
Dude,
that it's
but
good
no,
to go
when
when we get
my
back.
face was like fucking the dashboard's here, my face was here.
You
Yeah.
sniffed it. What did it smell like?
Literally was
Did you smell it?
What
in
is
the
Nick is so
house?
stupid.
No, Chris, we're all
Like-
fine.
Like imagine you hit it and you're like,
And you just got like
dude,
a
she was,
sense.
anyway,
She was
then
hammered.
my seatbelt kicked
Puppy,
in.
oh my god, puppy! I was like, I would have hit her hand. Like,
Then-
when she went to pet Trevor, I would have said,
And then my fucking I see the dashboard and then I get whipped back by my seatbelt like it kicked in. And if someone
Kicked
put it in
in.
slow mo, it was just knees to the glove box, face sniff the dashboard, and then dude
Boom.
like that. I was
Mm.
I
flying
will
back.
say, okay,
Back still
this
hurts,
is-
neck
this
still
is
hurts.
all right. I
knees
want
are
your guys'
killing me.
opinion, and I want people to comment their opinion. Is my driving record still clean?
I mean,
I
no,
have
you got
no
fucking
Technically,
annihilated.
Like I got into a car accident,
It's
but
not-
I got fully rear-ended at a red light. And
That's not cause-
I
I
think
think
that's
I think if you were the one, so technically, I think in that case, if you caused the accident, you're fucked. But if someone else,
No, I don't know. Not in a sense of a law type of thing.
or okay,
He just means driving record clean in general. Like he hasn't had any infractions, all of that stuff. Technically, it depends on the way that you define a driving record. Because if you just mean getting into an accident as a whole, no. But if you mean like at fault, yes, your driving record is still clean because there's nothing you could have done. And if you were literally stuck on like a traffic lane, there's no way for you to have really avoided that or really look back to think about it. Now, me self-consciously, I'm always looking around. So I'm always just paying attention, even when I notice that I'm not really paying attention too much. I like go and check the corners and stuff because I just don't
No,
trust
of
people on the
course.
road.
That's
all.
how you have to drive. You have to check.
I really just don't trust you guys. I mean, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Be offended if you want to, but I gotta look after my life. You know what I'm saying? So.
That still would essentially make your insurance like more like can I still say I have a clean driving record? Like I've never I would say you can say like you personally have a clean driving record, but I would say like for insurance purposes, if you were to say like, oh, I have a perfectly clean driving record, they'd be like, oh, you don't need to pay that much insurance then because like you won't hit another car. But the insurance car is settled. But that car hitting you would mean that like your car has been in a... I got the facts here. I'm quizzing you guys again. I got some facts.
Okay.
Good. Whenever you want. How many times is it estimated that you will curse while you're driving in your lifetime?
A lot.
Oh God, I beat the record. I beat the record for sure. See, it depends who you are. It does. If you're me, it would be so high, but I can't drive. Yeah, that's true. Like, it's kind of like what if I'm like one day I take like the leave of absence from swearing? It's average. I don't want to swear anymore. Shut the fuck up. Average, I gotta give like 15K, 15,000 swear words. Lifetime, 15,000 swear words. 365 days a year. Well, I've seen people like count how many times we swear in a car video, and it's like usually 30. Yeah, but that's like a performance. You know what I mean? Like you're like not actually swearing. Okay, like 20K. 32,000 times in your whole life while driving. Yeah. Okay, so my shit, I had to double mine. That's insane. Crazy. This one's wild. Isn't it wild that most car accidents occur 3 miles within the person's house? That was on my test. I think it's because you want to know what's crazy? We were probably 3 miles from Nate's house. Wow.
I may have been 3 miles away from the house I was going to. I may have been. I just gotta.
No, I feel like yours is a
possibly
little bit
actually.
Because you were on the way to work. You weren't that close to the house.
I was not on the way to work. I was on the way back home from work. Now, if I do math.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember
the street.
I got it. Hold on. Let me see.
My record clean. So I couldn't tell you personally.
Okay, so from there, I know.
But I mean, that's the only way I get it.
Yeah. All right. So directions. Let's just switch. No, not my house.
Oh.
Yes, Goofy.
Oh, then yeah, you were close.
Yeah, that was 3 miles. That had to be. Okay, go down. Shoot. I need that back road. That I used to be able to go down.
That's crazy. You used to really drive there.
Yeah. I think Stony Ford. Oh!
There's a lot of those.
Yeah. I just fucking. Okay.
Okay. Pause, yo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just give us a minute.
Okay.
No, a little bit more.
It's literally 2 minutes. I mean, 2 more miles. So,
that's crazy.
But it's damn near accurate. For the most part.
You know what's funny? The one I was in with my mom when I was down there was literally less than 2 miles from the house.
Oh yeah.
It was.
I'm laughing at you because you look like a floating head. Oh, I'm sorry.
I do, but it's fine. I was like the Oz from the Wizard of Oz.
Nah, you look like the dude that's on my Rocket League car.
Show me what you got.
No, not him. The yellow guy that looks. Just.
Mr. Pee Pee Poo Poo.
Yeah.
I look like a bobblehead.
You want to know something also crazy? Hey, shut the fuck up. Put your finger down.
Oh!
What was I going to say? Oh, I think it's because you get too comfortable. I honestly disagree. I think that's why I say don't take off your seatbelt until your car's fully parked. Just like no one's really taking that long of a drive. You know what I mean? Like if you're driving to your other friend's house, it might only be 3 miles away.
So it's like most times people are driving, they're not like escaping that 3-mile limit.
Interesting.
That like, they'll get in a car accident.
I feel like what you just said is really stupid.
That might be true. Just 3
But
miles.
also, what was I
3
gonna say?
miles isn't like.
Wait. Also, going back to the last one you just said about people swearing, you also have to account for the people that like, they know they're about to get a car. Slow down. They know that they're about to get into a car accident, so they go like, fuck. Like, they'll limit
Oh, that?
You don't
Okay.
have that many times. Just like
If I knew, if you could say,
It's
if
a
I
split
had
second.
to hit you knew you were sitting there for 8 seconds. If her brake wasn't working or something, and she knew she was gonna hit you, her brake was working.
It probably isn't now, but
She
yeah.
could have said
Should've
fuck.
worked. We were fucking
Before
bumpers.
she hit
man.
you, if she knew for that whole 8 seconds she was gonna hit you, she could have said fuck a good 30
No,
times.
she was probably too worried about fucking drunk things, stupid things.
drunk
Mm.
thing.
Okay, listen. How crazy of a statistic would this be to have? It's terrible. The most accident-prone car. Oh, imagine having that title. You gotta hate
Most
to see it.
Accident
Who's that to?
prone
Mm.
car.
Like, imagine being the
Who
most
has that title?
accident-prone car.
Interesting.
Yikes! You don't want that
That's
look.
a
no.
it's a
Who has
tough
that
one.
title? Ford Fusion.
Look out, was
All those Ford Fusion users put them seatbelts on.
literally.
Look
Must-
how crazy that
Mustang
is. Like, the
too.
most
Yeah.
accident-prone car. Like,
Yeah, that is crazy.
My
What a
brother.
terrible
Well, that's
statistic to have.
genuinely something that
What's
someone
that
at a
price?
car
I don't
dealership.
fucking
I know.
Search that up.
Yeah.
Probably like Tesla,
Oh,
Mm.
because your car like doesn't.
no, because I feel like you get too comfortable again. I feel like-
Listen, Tesla's so overrated. I like the other EVs that are coming out and all that stuff. They look way.
Listen.
BMW that we was in?
BMW, we were.
Bro.
Y'all need to check out our long time ago. We went to car show. Check that out in April. March, April.
I don't think that was recorded.
Yes, we did. We put it on the channel. Oh, not that part. Gotcha. But the car show, yes. There was
Yes.
a part where we test drove electric cars.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah,
Even
actually, that
Toyotas.
part was recorded, but it was the Toyota part
The
of it.
Toyota.
The
Yes.
Toyota part. I like those cars a lot better. Like, for some odd reason, like, one, Teslas are getting keyed by people and they're getting hit because people just dislike them in general. Whereas the other cars are kind of disguised, so you don't necessarily know
Mhm.
that they're EVs unless you, like, actually go up or ask somebody. So I like that kind of,
Like the fact that
That
mine's turning into
camouflage,
EV car is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so I like that. I would invest in that before I get a Tesla. So I ain't
course.
gonna lie to you.
all these self-driving, lane keeping technologies, it's gonna fuck somebody up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it can't detect
Most of
human
the-
error.
I've seen that guy
Most
with
of
the
the times
Tesla, and
I-
his Tesla turns onto train tracks because it thinks it's a road.
See, dude, like, get
Mm.
fucked. You're dead.
Well, the train wasn't. He was like showing
Okay,
people, so it's not,
obviously,
like,
duh.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's
still.
crazy.
Imagine
Imagine you like fell asleep in your Tesla and it's self-driving. You wake up and you fucking open your
Have
eyes.
you
and the
seen the
Polar
video?
Express is like fucking straight
Have you
out.
seen the video of the guy? And he's like, he had like his car's. What's the mode where like your car can just drive? Self-drive.
Self-drive.
No,
Cruise control.
it's like you're on the
Comfort? I don't know.
highway. You're on the highway.
Cruise
and you can be like,
control.
oh, I want to stay at this
Cruise.
rate.
Oh,
Like,
cruise control.
Cruise control. Is
Yeah.
that a thing? What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
about it. I need to know before I finish.
Sorry.
I honestly don't
Tell
use
me
it,
about
so
it.
I don't really.
What is it?
It's like it's supposed to keep. It's kind of like you can take your foot off the gas a little bit, and then it keeps it going at like a steady rate.
Mhm.
Okay, I think that's what it is.
This
I don't
guy's
really use
Yeah.
it
not
even in a
much.
self-driving
Yes.
car. I'm pretty sure because it was a video from a while ago. And like, I don't
Oh,
know if
don't
it's
tell
like,
me
that
this
keeps it at, like,
idiot.
he was in cruise control on the highway, fell asleep with like a blanket tied to the wheel and like in his hand, laying down fully.
Their
Why don't we
faces
have guess
are
and car videos,
funny.
Nick? We don't really have guess and car videos at all because of the fact that we always knew that we wanted to start a podcast. So we were like,
It makes no
this is my
sense.
answer.
Yeah.
Because I knew we were
I
going
have
to
a
start a
different answer,
podcast,
but-
and I was just like, why? If we're going to collaborate with people, we only film for 20 minutes. I want to make it be worth it. I want people to like gather stuff from them. I want people to gather stuff from
like
us.
what I want when we start filming podcasts with guests here, I want it to be like they kind of joined in on like a more kind of serious car video, but
No,
also
it's like, you know how we have those car videos where we're
Hmm.
like, oh, we're going to tell you guys like a story and like it's emotional. We talk about things that we love. and,
Yeah.
like, situations that have happened to
less
us.
of like a joke car
And
video.
less of a joke,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And then we have videos where it's just like sheer chaos for the full 20 minutes. We basically, when we have guests, want it to be like both of those back to back. Like a serious conversation where we get to know them, and then like guests' opinions on like crazy shit. Because I also feel like in the world in which we live in, there's constantly people just trying to like dig information on celebrities, and it gets really like harmful and scary. So I'd love to have guests where we can have them and they can feel freely to like not have to answer questions that like the people want to know about them,
Yeah.
and just like share about opinions that no one has ever asked.
Right.
Okay.
I have a different reason on why I don't like having guests in car videos. And
It's yours.
For me,
It's
it's
your
more of,
idea.
like it started off of like just us three, and it's like very like
Sacred.
it feels more
Personal.
comfortable.
Okay.
Like here's the way that I put it.
I feel like it would just throw the whole thing off. Like, this is something that they kind of started, so it's like one of those things where you don't want it to be touched.
Okay.
You don't want it, like, it's nothing against anybody, and it's like, perfect example, they probably wouldn't have Balaam Levine be in a car video, even though he's really cool and they love him, or LeRae. The only reason why I said it is because, once again, they did this, it's their thing, it's one of those things where it's like, yo, like, we kind of started this, and they don't want it to become a habit of, oh, who's going to be the next person in the car video? Then it takes away from what the car video was.
Gotcha. Like
this-
this is the reason for them.
Exactly. It makes a lot more sense. So I 100% respect that, because I remember early on we were talking about, oh, it'd be so cool to be in a car video, but I was also sitting I get it. Yeah.
You work at like a supermarket, you know what I mean? And then you brought like one of your best friends to work with you. It's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like me, Nick, and Chris already have like a rhythm.
Like, it kind of sucks away some triplet magic.
And like if we had, I agree. Like if we had a guest in a car video, I wouldn't want to be as like jumpy and as like argumentative as I normally.
Is that a
am.
word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I
first
wouldn't
date
wanna, like-
eating.
When we get in car videos, we yell at each other and we argue with people, and I would feel bad putting in a guest in that position where Nick's gonna scream and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's more of like we're comfortable
me,
with just us.
And
three
it's
doing
crazy to
that.
think about, like, we've declined some like big like influencers or like fucking celebrities to be in a car video, which is like a weird thing because it's
But
like,
we've always
I
told them
never-
that we have a podcast.
yeah, I
coming
never
out.
knew that like people like wanted to be in them like that, because it's actually crazy like the roster of people that we've declined to be in a video is
But now we have
actually
a
real.
podcast and we can talk to anybody.
Yeah, but it's also cool. Like in a couple years or like a year, I wouldn't mind. Like I wouldn't hate having like people in car videos eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But
But
for
I
the time
also-
being, it's
bro, I
like
can't wait to be like 50 years old and rewatch a car video.
dude, that blows my mind. Is like 50-year-olds. Like imagine like people like that made content at such a young age, like us, continuing to follow through like
How the
insane.
motherfuckers
Oh my
have
gosh.
family
Mhm.
channels. It blows my mind.
I could never do like
blows
a
my mind.
family
Like,
channel.
how-
Like I don't
No,
even.
I just don't like the idea of like. There's sometimes where
I'd be too busy
like,
raising the fucking family.
No, but also
Like-
there's times in filming content where like I'm like, okay, I want to give up forever and not touch a device for 30 days. You know what I
and
mean?
looping in your
So-
whole
So
family.
it's like if I'm feeling that way sometimes when I'm on my phone, I wouldn't hate to unwillingly put a kid in that.
It's
situation.
like,
Imagine a
never,
1-year-old
never,
like
never,
following us,
never.
like, oh, get the camera, baby.
Yeah,
like, go,
it's
go,
like,
go, go.
never,
Yeah,
never.
it's like, oh, record
That makes me
them,
so
like, or,
uncomfortable,
like, I don't like when
actually.
people pull pranks and it's like on like
their wife,
their wife and like 5-year-old.
dude. Like
I don't like it.
weird to me.
It's just
What
I
were
don't know.
you-
Just
Just
were you
personal
saying?
opinion, because there's a lot of family channels that are very successful and people love.
Friends,
think there's, like,
family.
juicy
And no,
family
I
channels.
feel like
there's a way to go about
But
it.
there's
yeah.
also like the difference between
Yeah.
a viewer of the family channel or actually being a part of it, because like, bro, just thinking about like monetizing my whole fucking life and just vlogging a family is like extremely
No, I
bizarre
feel like
to
I
me.
feel like there's a way to go about it where it's like if they're a kid, even though kids aren't gonna make like the 100% best decision all the time, if they're having fun filming it, go for it. But if it's like if you're like you're waking up your kid from your nap.
Oh
and you're like,
yeah.
"Mommy,
Okay, I know exactly who he's talking about. There is like these family channels, not the ones that you know of, but they were literally like waking their kids up, like that was their main. The kid was
Kids
the
were
cash
working.
cow. The
Okay.
kid was the cash cow, but because they were so young, they didn't understand, but they just didn't want to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to do their own thing.
Okay.
So they're not necessarily. Yeah.
Interesting.
Daddy need to pay rent, start dancing for the camera. Then it's like
Yeah.
it's like
Like,
that's
who we watch
people's
do not,
thing.
they don't do
You
that.
know what I mean?
Clearly.
Like there's genuinely like family channels that are forcing their kids to do this
Yeah.
shit because the mom and dad need money. Isn't that crazy?
crazy.
But
It is
that-
crazy,
That's why
but
it's true though. Like you guys are laughing. But
I'm
like,
just
that's
laughing
true.
because it's not like we're
The way
hating
you
on
said
anybody.
it.
Like I don't think. Could you list a family channel right now?
No, I couldn't. That's why it's like I'm not hating on anybody. Do your thing because it works for some people.
Correct.
I'm imagining myself 20 years from now
Never.
with a husband and possibly not kids. They're grimy, but your husband and like okay, I can't equate to the situation because I'm gonna be a single man.
Would you do a couple
a
channel?
No, exactly.
He said
Never,
no.
no, never, ever.
He's
ever.
lying.
Okay.
He's lying.
Because like
Y'all
break
break
up
up or get
it's like
divorced.
who's
What
getting money.
happens?
Especially, I think what's the craziest shit is like couple OnlyFans.
I feel like that would be
weird. Fire
Hmm.
shirt.
What?
Like, y'all break up, who's
What?
getting money? Like
Dude,
that's
y'all
y'all break up, who getting money?
I
That's
also
what
put that
would-
on a shirt.
Oh.
I
That's
couldn't
your
imagine
job.
like
Y'all break
you-
up, who
who
getting
get
money?
imagine you start like a couples channel, like a
Love
family
that.
channel, and then
Don't
there's
say you.
I'm just saying like I'm saying you as in like in
Oh,
general.
the people, okay.
Yes. If you like imagine you start like a couple channel or like a family channel, and then you film this content with that person, your family, for years.
Uh-huh.
You end up getting a divorce or breaking up.
Y'all break
You
up.
have to deal
who getting
with
money.
Well, you have to deal with
also-
splitting that money. You have to deal with finding a new job, and you have to deal with edits of the time that you were dating. Or
That would be
Yeah,
it for me.
yeah. Because there's literally family channels that I was watching back in 2015 that
Could you
um,
name it? Oh, actually,
I don't know
I
who
could
they,
name
if
an
they would
example.
know, but like one would be Chris and Queen Naja.
That's what I was saying.
If you guys
I was
know
thinking.
who Queen Naja is, she's like a really big singer now. She actually started her career off on American Idol, didn't work out, blew up on YouTube with her man, broke up with her man, then got with a new guy, and now
She's
her
happy.
career just blossomed.
Mhm.
But
That's funny. I was literally thinking.
yeah,
Queen.
they literally were together during that era when the family channels was coming out in like waves,
Mhm.
bang, 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 and she ended up like, well, he was an idiot. He was just cheating on her. Like he literally fumbled the bag like horribly. And when that happened, left, the whole thing was going on, and now years later, like there's still little remnants of edits of them and all that stuff and the old pranks and blah blah blah. Plus they have kids together, or one or two of them.
One.
I think it's just one.
That's just one.
Yeah, like that's a tough
I
thing.
hate you.
That's a tough thing.
I got faith in this.
I'm not worried about
I'm
us.
not worried about us
I'm not worried about us. I'm not.
To
for
kill
the
me.
rest of your life.
If
Yeah.
I was ever in the situation where I had to scroll on my phone and just see edits of me and like an ex-girlfriend,
Oh my god.
You were just
wrap
saying
up the
that.
career right
I
then
know.
and there.
I
I'm
Yeah.
good.
could not. So what else was I gonna say? It's also like the three when money gets involved to anything, things get scrappy and nasty. And it's like the three of us are so close together and so sibling relationship, like so like If
Like,
you
I
guys
don't
were
know,
like
we're just
friends,
so
it would
close
be
to each
like-
other that
They're
it's
like,
and we
Yeah.
do an equal amount of work that there's never a discussion when it comes to money,
Money,
because we're
yeah.
going to do everything together
They're
when
like
it comes
this.
to
Yeah.
money.
Yes.
But it's when it's like a couple or like even like friends in like a collab channel that like they run a channel together. Like that's why people have some crazy falling outs, because it's like
money shit.
money shit. Like the
Yeah.
second money
And
gets
that's why-
involved, in it, people like once they change their perspective on you, they change like what they want from you, and it's like what scares me and why like our relationship works perfectly amongst the three of us is I know that none of you will ever be motivated by money in the way you act around
I
me.
agree.
Where
Mhm.
like I've experienced and
know-
other people have experienced with like
Mhm.
like relationship channels or like friendship channels is like
You have to-
once
you have
money
to
gets
trust
involved,
that person.
is going to look at you and see a way of revenue and not look at you and
Well,
see
no,
how can they
it's
enjoy
like
their
when,
night.
when people
Mm.
can touch your money, like, and like there's someone that like makes money with you per se, like, cause like to be honest, like with YouTube and all influencers, there's teams, and like you have to have a team that's gonna help you build what you want and make your money together. And it's more of like it's get money together rather than like get money and then get fucked by everybody.
Also,
You know what
and
I
I
mean?
also feel like there's shit where it's like it's kind of like an ego thing too, where it's like if we filmed a car video and you're screaming the most and there's the most viral clips of you in that video,
Yeah.
you know, like okay, I stepped it up this video, but then there's a video where
Mm.
Chris does some stupid shit and people edit that one and that gets a million views,
Mm.
and then there's shit that I do. I don't know what example to put, but it's just like we all bring a separate thing to the table, and
Okay.
even though
I like
imagine
that
imagine if
analogy.
I
I
was
was
like
like, guys, like the videos today, I saw a lot of edits of me. Like, I think I should get like 50% of it.
I literally punched you.
like perfect example, KSI and the Sidemen. He could arguably say, "Well, I'm the funniest one. I was the funniest one in this video. Let me get all of that revenue, and y'all get the crumbs of that."
But they're not. He's
Not saying that that's the truth. I mean, they're
From a-
equally funny within their own right. But yeah, something like that.
Check it,
Something like that.
Bro, like that's nuts. But also, it's just like
Yeah, it comes
Constant
down
that.
to like just feeling safe on who you're with. Like I feel 100% safe with you guys.
For real. Like, why
And
wouldn't you?
obviously, and it's like even our team of people that like we surround ourselves with that are direct family. Like I've never felt safer with the group of people around me.
The only thing I
Amen.
change is tossing Nick a check for editing everything.
No,
That's,
I agree.
like,
No, yeah, we're gonna have to
respectfully.
discuss how the fuck I'm getting paid more for editing everything.
That's all I got. That's all I.
That's what we
gotta
have to
figure
talk
out.
about for sure.
Not
Pay my money or I'm quitting forever.
I can't believe we got to that off of family channels and fucking
And Paul Revere.
and guest and car
Where
videos.
are we I love Paul Revere.
Fucking I don't know. He's not my favorite.
Fuck Paul Revere.
Holy shit.
Oh.
All right, well, that's the end of this episode of the Cut the Camera
Okay.
podcast. We will see you guys next Monday. This is probably my favorite podcast we've ever filmed today.
I agree. I just want our podcast to be more ourselves rather
Also,
than
let us know if guests want
phony
to come. And
bullshit.
guests, if you've seen corny clips of us before and you think we're losers, come see for yourself. I'd love to have you on our podcast. Like, I don't know. I always get scared DMing a guest because I'm like, what if they see like some corny
What if
shit
they
I
see
did
us
like
call
2
Paul
years
Revere
ago?
pussy and don't
Yeah,
want
and
to
they're
come
like,
on
oh, I
here?
don't wanna
If
go
someone
on
called
there.
Paul Revere on their called Paul Revere pussy on their podcast, I'd go on it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
funny.
No, but, like,
You
I want
gotta have a
these
common
guests I'm scared to
interest.
reach
Yeah.
out. But like if like guests, if I DM you and you don't want to come on our podcast, don't like put me on blast on the internet. Just ignore my DM. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like
Yeah.
DMing people, be like, hey, want to come on our podcast? Like I don't want to be flamed. People are like, they thought they could get me on their podcast. Ah. It's such an awkward thing too, because it's like it's such an awkward thing too, because it's like I want to. Would we have guests on this podcast? I kind of want to be friends with them. You know what I mean?
Well,
So it's like,
anyway,
I don't like.
whatever.
We want to,
Which is fine.
We've had Balin. That's it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I feel like we had way more than that.
and that was a wonderful.
We have a lot
guest.
planned.
I love that.
Yes,
kid.
what's it called? Balin's awesome. Shout out to him. He's doing
Yes.
his tour. So go to the Never Grow Up tour.
Balin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and Matt went.
Kendrick
to LA.
Curry was there.
It was lit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Me, Matt, and Nick want to try to have a guest as frequently as possible. So tag
Tell
your
us who you
favorite
are.
creators. Go DM them to tell them to come on our podcast. Annihilate them and
don't ever
Hey.
allow them on our podcast
to breathe without even thinking.
No,
about
because
our
I feel
podcast.
so bad.
We
when
need to
don't
go.
overwhelm them.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. I don't want you to actually overwhelm them, but like if they get overwhelmed, then,
Spark
like,
an idea. That's
yeah,
all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought it was about to knock this
But
over,
also
but it was like
last-
an eyeball thing.
Last thing I want to say
Holy
is
shit.
sorry I didn't go to your LA show, Balin, but I'm blonde now.
Yeah.
It was at the exact same time.
He
and it was
forgave
already
you.
scheduled.
It's okay.
I know. I just felt so bad.
The whole crowd exposed you.
But like, well, you said haircut because you couldn't give away that I was going blonde.
Yeah.
I was gonna post it.
Yeah.
Like this, I was there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's why I literally. couldn't go.
Anyway, but that was today's episode. But like you said, great episode. I loved it. Yes. Shout out to you all.
Peace out,
Shout
y'all.
out to all the viewers. I love where the podcast is going, and it's gonna be amazing and cool.
Yes,
and rad.
See you guys
Yes,
next Monday.
this is
and
so
once
exciting.
Again, tag your favorite creator, DM them, annoy the shit out of them until they come on our podcast. That was a lie, but do it if you want. But don't tell them I told you to do it.
Woo! Oh. I think
Alright,
he's hinting
guys.
at something.
Huh?
I hope. We're trying
Listen,
to get on there.
I think it'd be pretty cool because I feel like out of anyone, like, listen. I will go through here right now
Okay.
and we will type in like starting cut the camera podcast, right? This reaction guy. Cut the camera podcast reaction.
Podcast.
Whatever. Reaction. Right? So we'll look through here. I don't think. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
except for
not necessarily. Not necessarily. We are the only one. Yeah. No one is really reacting to the podcast.
like
besides
we
us.
are.
Not even like we are. No one is actually doing it.
So. Oh my God! Did you see that?
Yeah. But no one is
Oh my
actually
God.
reacting to the podcast. I think we truly are the only ones reacting consistently
so.
to the triplets. And even
I
shoot,
believe so.
we could even do this like Stern YOLO triplets.
Yeah. Let's make a smaller too. Maybe
Oh yeah, I'll make a smaller real quick. Oh, I mean,
a little bit.
we're okay.
There you go.
But yeah, so we'll go here. Like, look, guys, this was 8 days ago. Wait,
Yes.
yeah, 8 days ago. Yeah. 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 months.
Hey.
Look at us! Look at
Hey.
us! Look at us!
Look at this. A whole playlist.
Come on!
104 videos, guys.
Come
104
on!
videos. Not saying that no one else is doing
Oh
that.
yeah, no.
14. But see, like 14. Like, we love these triplets.
We love the triplets, bro. We literally go back. We go back and watch their whole thing.
Take it back, take it back, take it back.
But
I'm sorry, a little too big.
you can't necessarily do that song and expect people to like know what that is.
I know. I'm doing it for me.
But listen, guys, I think it'd be an honor to be on there. I mean, if we don't get on there, it is what it is. But
we're gonna try to see them on tour.
We're gonna try to see them on tour. That's one. That's number one. That's step one.
Number one. Absolutely.
Get our foot in the freaking door. So we get our foot in the freaking door. That can open the opportunity of possibly coming on a podcast. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like getting a perspective from like just reacting to them and you know all of that stuff.
Be like, hey, like we have supporters that support you, that support us, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't know who you guys
100%.
were. Like,
and a lot of you, like, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't have even known about the triplets. Like, if you think about it, if we started finding out about the triplets about now, think about
how behind we would have been.
Yo, bad content, we would have been behind. Like, technically, we still are behind, but it's not behind like to the point where
we're
the
with
podcast,
their newer stuff.
We're with their newer stuff, and the podcast stuff, like we're really on top of it.
Yes.
Whereas if we go back to react to their old stuff, it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, like nothing too crazy for us to really like catch up on. So, yeah.
We are praying and hoping to see them and hopefully have a conversation with them one day, even if it's not this time around.
Like or this time around exactly, but just to be able to do something would be awesome.
Oh,
so,
real quick. And I believe you guys told us there was a video discussing what the teams meant. Like Team Blue, Team Purple, Team Orange.
Oh, yeah.
So if y'all can show us that video, that would be great. Because I know someone did ask what team we were on. But I know we kind of briefly said, but we're not going to give you a definite answer until we watch that video first. But anyways.
Wait, I don't remember seeing someone. No, okay.
Like I definitely saw something.
I did not see that. I did not see that.
That's fine.
All I saw was, hey, what team are you on? And then I literally said, Jay is on orange, Ray's on blue.
Purple. I said purple. I wasn't on blue.
She's on purple.
Anyways.
But listen, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye, guys.